Not as dumb as you look, Sibby.
Report anything suspicious you find, and we can see about perhaps coming to terms, you and I. Yes, what is it? There's been a what? Sergeant, take a squad to the church at once. And the culprit? Surely not the vicar. You have? You've shown initiative. Good show. Now do you see why this place is under military discipline? I fought rebels in the Malayan jungle, and let me tell you, that was positively genteel in comparison to this wretched village. You can hardly call them English hereabouts anymore. Something in the land here is corrupting them all. You've done the right thing coming to me. It's vital this sort of thing's nipped in the bud before it spreads. I'm delighted to hear it. Your assistance is appreciated. I shan't forget it. I'm willing to extend the hand of friendship to you, which would include giving you access to our camp at Skethermore. With us on the same side, if a chance for leaving this zone comes, I can promise you a good chance of seeing the outside. But before that, there's another matter in which I'd appreciate your assistance. It seems some of the villagers are unhappy with our recent enforcements of martial law and have allied themselves with the savages in the woods. The swine broke in here and stole several items. Most importantly, part of our radio set. Reparations for injustice, they called it. I have no doubt that they intend to make a gift of them to those so-called druids as some sort of offering. That shower of feeble-witted maniacs thinks that anything scientific must be returned to the soil, as if radios are some form of root vegetable, apparently. But what they took is critical and highly sensitive. Yes, that's the ticket. Listen, I have an escape plan. You've helped me, and I'm willing to reciprocate it by bringing you along when we leave. But it's all for nothing if we don't have the radio to send a signal requesting extraction. Once the interference field is cleared. If these druids have our radio equipment, I can make a good educated guess as to where they'll have salted it away. I'll mark the spot on your map for you. I cannot emphasize how vital repairing our radio is. Anything else you find there? Well, that can remain buried as far as I'm concerned. Excellent. Good luck.
Not sure about you.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone.
Do not trust Captain Sims. If necessary, the quarantined area will be sacrificed.
punishable by death.
This blasted place.
Protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area you are in is known to contain outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities. Remember, avoiding your Attention! Wyndham Village is under the authority of Attention! There has been an incident at the detention center.
Do as you're told, right?
Not sure I like the look of you. We desperately need that radio. Without it, we'll be stranded here. Splendid work. I cannot communicate how pleasant it is to be dealing with somebody competent for a change. You have no idea what it's like around here, and I envy you that ignorance. Ah, Atomfall is, well, it's a necessary evil. This zone is under total quarantine and can never be left insecure. If the quarantine is ever to be lifted, attempts to have cleared the zone internally have proved ineffectual. I regret to say, the zone itself must be sterilized. Those are my orders. Those are terms of the quarantine protocol. It's beastly, but my hands are tied. Finally, we may turn our attention to extraction. You'll no doubt want to know what the extraction plan is. Well, to be blunt, it's you. My men reported the doors to the interchange are open again after 5 years of fruitless attempts to gain entry. And this small miracle just happens to coincide with your appearance, as if from nowhere. I had a suspicion that you might turn up something useful, or die in the attempt. Thus, I was happy to give you your head and let you pry and scratch while I waited. Now we can see the path, and we can escape this trap, you and I. You should be flattered. I had faith in you. But be in no doubt, while you may have got us close, you still need my men and I to ensure safe passage out of this place. There remains just one task to be done. You can reach Windscale via the interchange. Once you reach that wretched place, you must destroy the core of the corruption that has blighted the zone. Blow it to kingdom come. Whatever the scientists found, whatever this Oberon is, destroy it. If you destroy Oberon, I'll wager the interference field will die with it. All we need to do then is call for extraction, as simple as hailing a taxi. Come to me once it's done, and I will guarantee your safety in the chaos that will surely ensue. Be in no doubt. Things are likely to heat up out here the moment you destroy it. Make sure you're ready.
I'll finish my book today, I think. Start it again tomorrow.
Attention! There has been a theft from the village hall. Do you have any information about this crime? If so, report it immediately to the protocol officer. Remember, colluding with criminals is a serious offense. Attention!
I've had enough.
Prisoner
Well, that's
Weiere
over.
has escaped from the detention facility. All citizens should be on the lookout for this dangerous malefactor. Be vigilant.
Not even through. Don't be causing trouble, all right?
peeled now.
What? Sure it came
Jesus.
from this way.
you? Who goes there? Bloody hell!
Attention! Wyndham Village is under the... Attention all patrols. The interference field is down. Immediately, emergency evacuation.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll chop them.
Hands away from any weapons, you.
I don't know why I bother.
Shooting some troublemakers. Shame we can't do that again.
Attention all patrols. The interference field is down.
Someone's sneaking around playing silly buggers.
My God!
You're done.
Bloody sneaky bastard, they've gone!
Citizens of Wyndham, the village is under assault by pagan forces. You are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. If you approach any military
toe the line, you.
Ah! The hero! You did it and survived to boot. Splendid work. Thanks to you, we're going home. There's still plenty to deal with here, but that's somebody else's concern now. I promised to get you out, and I shall keep that promise. And in a single bowl, we are free. Ah, splendid work. You'll go into the history books for this, you know. Atomfall couldn't have been fully realized without your help. By the end of next week, there won't be so much as a beetle still alive in the zone. Not a trace of the contamination left. Or anything. Or anybody, in fact. But you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs, eh? Ooh, omelette. Something to look forward to. I do love a good omelette. Don't you?
You decided to support Captain Sims and the quarantine protocol. Now the interference field is down. Operation Atomfall can go ahead, cleansing the zone. Cleansing. Sounds so humane, doesn't it? You left quite the trail of carnage, didn't you? But sometimes violence is necessary, I know. You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. Oberon is dead, and the Windscale plant is destroyed. The interference field should rapidly fade now, and perhaps the outside world will finally see what has happened here. So ends the quarantine.
Come out where I can see you.
Eh? What was that? A dead one. Oh no.
Let's just take a minute and cool down. There's no need for violence. Let's be sensible. Off you go. Let's have no trouble. Fire it.
All I want, war do not.
When I find you,
The Trinity is one. One has three faces.
You are not. We don't know you.
We cannot feel out your intent.
death to unbelievers!
Take this!
You bug.
Bastard got another!
Heretics will die!
Right, you. Death to unbelievers.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? You're here! You've performed a great service. Top hole. My people will be ever so grateful, believe me. Now, where's the sample? Once that's safely stowed, we can go. Oh, good heavens. Does it matter at this juncture? Why should you even care? I'm your way out. And believe you me, we need to leave quickly. Agra? Well now, aren't you the smart one? Yes, that's my code name, sort of thingy. I suppose you might call me a fellow traveler. I've worked so hard to get the secrets of Oberon out of the zone, because we simply can't let them be buried here. You know, outside the walls, they're talking about MAD. Mutually assured destruction. Each side with enough bombs to ensure nobody dares use them. In the wrong hands, Oberon could destroy the planet. That's why it needs to be in everyone's hands, so no one can use it. It's as simple as that. Anyway, enough talking. The sample? Excellent. Now let's get out of here. Sorry about that, but you'll live. My friends just want a little chat first. Well, more like a debrief, really. Actually, it's probably more like an interrogation.
You chose to trust Joyce Tanner and to help her. You kept your side of the bargain. You took a sample of Oberon and gave it to her. No small task. Now she has summoned a mysterious friends, whoever they are. You can all escape together, I'm sure. You left quite the trail of carnage, didn't you? But sometimes violence is necessary, I know. You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. Oberon is dead, and the Windscale plant is destroyed. The interference field should rapidly fade now, and perhaps the outside world will finally see what has happened here. So ends the quarantine.
The woods are dark and the woods lie deep, and the woods are home to summers don't sleep. So sit thee down and hear me tell of the woods that stand on Casterfell. For the trees stand close, are watered in blood. Stay out of that place, be you blithe, be you good. There's no virtuous errand that ever you should ever need to walk in Casterfell Wood. Madmen and scoundrels go into that place, and are never more seen, and are gone without grace. They dine at the table of Casterfell Keep, then stand in the ranks of them as don't sleep. For the trees stand close, are watered in blood. Stay out of that place, be you blithe, be you good. There's no virtuous errand that ever you should ever need to walk in Casterfell Wood. So a word to the wise if you fear for your soul. Stay far from the keep in the trees on the knoll. Or you might join the ranks of those wretched men, and you'll never know the pleasure of sleep again. For the trees stand close, are watered in blood. Stay out of that place, be you blithe, be you good. There's no virtuous errand that ever you should